Hey, good seats.
Well, good morning. On the occasion of Rensselaer's 175th commencement, it is an honor and a privilege to greet you and to present to you our future, the class of 2001. Since you're standing, please remain standing for the posting of the colors, the national anthem, and please remain standing for the invocation.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed as the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts as we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The first chapter of the Quran, Al-Fatiha, the opening. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Praise be to Allah, the cherisher and sustainer of the worlds. Most gracious, most merciful, master of the day of judgment. Thee do we worship, and thine aid we seek. Show us the straight way, the way of those on whom thou hast bestowed thy grace, those whose portion is not wrath and who go not astray. Al-Fatiha. Ameen.
Please be seated. Let me begin by extending my warmest congratulations to you, the class of 2001. This wonderful May morning truly is a milestone, I know, in your lives. Today marks the culmination of all the classes, the laboratories, the quizzes, the papers, the hours of reflection, and the myriad of experiences that are awarded for you today as you receive your degrees from Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. And I applaud you. For your parents, your spouses, and other family members and friends, it is the fulfillment of years of proud and often fretful anticipation. Together, let us salute them. And we thank them for the sacrifices they have made for you. For me, as president of Rensselaer, and for our faculty, our staff, and our trustees, it is the day we share in the glow of your accomplishment. To see your success is to see our work amply rewarded. As you graduate, you disperse to your various paths to make your futures in a complex and rapidly changing world. You share a common power, however. You share your Rensselaer education, which equips you not merely to weather the inevitable challenges of life, but to prosper, to grow, to continue learning, and to contribute your enormous gifts to the world. You know, sometimes the world forgets that engineers, scientists, corporate managers, architects, and entrepreneurs are in the helping professions. They are not usually defined that way. But a researcher in bioinformatics mining millions of bits of data on the way to discovering a cure for multiple sclerosis or diabetes, an engineer who creates new artificial limbs, a polymer scientist who develops novel materials for synthetic tissue, an architect who designs intelligent and energy-efficient homes, an entrepreneur who develops a business marketing software for monitoring hospital patients. These too are humanists who are working for the betterment of mankind. Our English word educate derives from two Latin words, ex meaning out, and dute meaning to lead. An educated person leads out from ignorance to knowledge, out from the past to the future, out from selfishness to generosity. As you graduate, I urge you to nurture a commitment to the common good while you carry on the Rensselaer heritage of applying science to the common purposes of life. And now it is my privilege to present the senior United States Senator from New York State, the Honorable Charles E. Schumer. Senator Schumer currently serves as a member of the Senate Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs, the Judiciary Committee, the Energy and Natural Resources Committee, and the Rules Committee. Before his election to the U.S. Senate, Senator Schumer represented the 9th Congressional District in Brooklyn and Queens for 9 terms. For the past 2 decades, Senator Schumer has been a leader on national issues and a champion, a true champion, for New York State. For his efforts, the Rochester Democrat and Chronicle called Senator Schumer, and I quote, an accomplished, far-sighted legislator, end of quote. While the New York Times wrote that he, quote, is a more serious lawmaker with more rooted values, sounder policy positions, and a deeper commitment to the common good, end of quote. We are blessed to have him with us this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Charles E. Schumer, United States Senator from the great state of New York.
Well, thank you. And thank you, President Jackson, not only for that kind introduction, but for your great leadership here at one of the greatest universities in the entire nation. And it's also one of the keys to educational excellence and job growth here in the Capital Region. And so to President Jackson and Chairman Hefner, to Doctors Cerf and Wilson and Cosby, the honorary award winners, to the parents and friends and well-wishers, but most of all to you, the graduates, congratulations. Congratulations on your tremendous achievement on being the class of 2001. Now, today is a turning point in all your lives. There will be some people, usually older people, who will say to you that your college years are the best years of your life. And I'm sure that you, having recently crammed for finals and just pulling all-nighters to finish a thesis or research paper, must be praying that they're wrong. Well, they're right and they're wrong. You'll probably never find a better late-night snack than a slice from I Love New York Pizza, especially after one of those all-nighters. You may never enjoy a meal more or find a better bargain than the burgers you ate with friends at Mannery's. And for those over 21, of course, you'll never taste a better beer than the drafts at All Sports. More importantly, you'll probably never meet another group of friends who get to see you grow and mature and learn so much as the friends that you've made here at RPI. But in reality, graduates, the exciting times are just beginning. The best times of your life, the great adventures of your life are just starting. And they're starting at a historic time where everything is changing. It's a world where one entrepreneur with ideas can start a new industry. One person can splice a gene and cure a worldwide disease. One individual can produce a song that the next day is heard from Beijing to Boston. In 1993, when most of you were in high school, that's just 8 years ago, there were 13 sites on the World Wide Web, just 13. Today, 8 years later, there are more than 14 million websites on the web, and the speed with which technology is changing the world is enormous, and it's your world, not mine, not your parents'. So it's an exciting time to be young and be educated. It's an exciting time to make choices that affect your life, to gamble on yourself, to take that extra step, to reach for something you don't feel that you might get, even if you try hard. But if I had advice to you, to the class of 2001, it's to take those risks, to reach down deep inside yourself, to see what your destiny is. My message to you is go for it. Now, sometimes you'll make the right choice, other times you'll make the wrong guess. No one's immune. But the best advice I can give you is take the risk and don't let the fear of failure deter you. Let me tell you my experience. I had my lessons this way. When I was finishing my senior year, just as you are now, I was offered a scholarship to travel around the world, all expenses paid, for a year. I had never been out of the United States. It was a tremendous opportunity. At the same time, I met a girl and I fell in love. And I was torn. Do I choose the girl or do I choose the scholarship? I couldn't have both. So I chose the girl. Now I see the romantics in the audience are pleased. But don't applaud yet. That summer, she went on a vacation to Europe. I went to the airport to meet her when she returned. In those days, when you walked off the plane, you walked down a ladder and on the tarmac. And as she walked down the ladder and on the tarmac, as I waited, I saw by the expression on her face it was over. She dumped me before Labor Day. So I made the wrong choice. I paid for it with my heart and my head. No scholarship, no trip around the world, no girl. Well, sometimes I got past it. 3 years later, I graduated from law school. And like most of you, when I graduated, my parents were in the audience sitting filled with pride. On the way home from graduation, I broke the news to my parents I wasn't going to join a law practice like we planned. I told them I wanted to run for public office. They were shocked. My mother in particular was disappointed. You see, I grew up in a working class family. They struggled to put their kids through college. They hoped I'd become a big shot lawyer and make a lot of money. But my heart wasn't in it. I was drawn to public service. I wanted to do something that would excite me and challenge me every day. Now, my parents thought I was making a huge mistake, but it was a risk I wanted to take. I wanted to go for it. And so that summer, at the age of 23, I ran for the New York State Assembly. I had 3 opponents: the party's candidate, a neighborhood activist, and then there was my mother, who was telling her friends not to vote for me, so I'd get this silly idea out of my head at being an elected official. Well, I didn't get the girl, but I won the election. So on this day of your great achievement, don't shy away from a challenge. Wherever it may reach you, reach out, go for it, and I have confidence that it will be the best choice you ever made. Congratulations, God bless, and Godspeed.
Over the years, Rensselaer has been privileged to honor nationally and internationally recognized individuals who exemplify the ingenuity and imagination, entrepreneurship, and innovation that have been a hallmark of the university. Today, we are privileged to honor Vinton G. Cerf, William Julius Wilson, and Bill Cosby for unique contributions in their fields. We honor Vinton G. Cerf, Senior Vice President of Internet Architecture and Technology for WorldCom and father of the Internet, for opening the gateway to the information age by pioneering the technologies that built the Internet, overseeing its continuing development, and ensuring its access to all. We honor William Julius Wilson, Louis P. and Linda L. Geiser University Professor at Harvard University and renowned sociologist, for his pioneering studies on the growing gap between rich and poor and on the impact of the disappearance of work opportunities in metropolitan centers on individuals, families, and neighborhoods. We honor William H. Bill Cosby, Jr., multifaceted entertainer and actor, author, for his commitment to education, his work in educational television, his advocacy of the highest personal values, and his ability to use his magnificent wit to teach and to elevate us all. Almost.
Vinton G. Cerf. Vinton G. Cerf. At the dawn of the information age, you and your colleagues dreamed the dreams that are the basis for today's reality. You opened the gateway to cyberspace by transferring data on a level where language is no obstacle and distance presents no barriers. You facilitated interchange among minds in far-flung corners of the world by tearing down technological barriers between computer networks, for teaching us that without risk there is no progress, and without daring there is no genius, for ensuring that the information highway is increasingly impediment-free for those with disabilities, and for creating the pathway to the interplanetary communications of tomorrow. The faculty of Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute recommends that you be awarded the honorary degree of Doctorate of Engineering.
By virtue of the authority of the laws of the State of New York, on the recommendation of the faculty, and with the approval of the Board of Trustees, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute proudly awards you the honorary degree of Doctor of Engineering and invests you with the hood signifying this degree.
William Julius Wilson. William Julius Wilson, as an influential sociologist and respected thinker, you have challenged the stereotype of the urban poor. You have confirmed the drive and aspiration of the downtrodden and have given voice to a population whose quest for success has been beaten down by their disappearance of work from the neighborhoods. For championing their cause, offering hope to the disadvantaged, encouragement to the disheartened, and healing to a fractured nation, the faculty of Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute recommends that you be awarded the degree, the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws.
By virtue of the authority of the laws of the State of New York, on the recommendation of the faculty, and with the approval of the Board of Trustees, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute proudly awards you the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws and invests you with the hood signifying this degree. Thank you.
William H. Cosby, Jr.
Present.
William H. Cosby, Jr., you are super sleuth Alexander Scott to some, Fat Albert to others, and still others know you as Cliff Huxtable. But however we picture you, you are Bill Cosby, America's dad, king of comedy and educator to the world. As a storyteller and comedian, teacher and author, your entire life is the embodiment of your insightfulness and your sense of purpose, of your determination and boundless energy. Your wry wit, your warm humor capture our daily lives with all their challenges and foibles and faults. You accept us with our shortcomings as you prod us to become more than we are. Your tolerance teaches us compassion. Your joy and knowledge teaches us to value learning. For your wit and your wisdom, your devotion to education, the faculty of Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute recommends that you be awarded the honorary degree of Doctor in Arts and Humane Letters.
By virtue of the authority of the laws of the State of New York, on the recommendation of the faculty, and with the approval of the Board of Trustees, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute proudly awards you the honorary degree of Doctor of Arts and Humane Letters and invests you with the hood signifying this degree. Oh, doctor.
I know.
Now I get to do this twice.
All right.
We are deeply honored to introduce to you our commencement speaker, William H. Cosby, Bill Cosby Jr., comedian, actor, author, philosopher, and passionate advocate for education. And not that he needs this to be said, but Dr. Cosby emphatically believes that the best assurance for a satisfying and rewarding life begins with knowledge. He returned to college long after he had achieved much of his success to obtain a master's and then a doctorate in education. He is a treasured part of American culture and a vital force in raising the aspirations of young people around the world. It is our great privilege and honor to introduce to you a man who has been a guest in our homes over the past 4 decades, and today is our honored speaker at our commencement, Bill Cosby. Wasn't that great? The beach balls are starting. But this is a serious moment. On the occasion of this commencement, we recognize members of our faculty with special awards. We honor Rensselaer by honoring these distinguished faculty. Information about the awards and the winners is detailed in your program. But one award will now be presented by Robert Bress, President of Phalanx.
Good morning, everyone, and congratulations to the class of 2001. I'm here on behalf of Phalanx, Rensselaer Senior Leadership Honorary Society, to present the David M. Darren Class of 1940 Counseling Award. David M. Darren was a faithful friend and former trustee of the Institute. In his honor, this award is conferred upon a member of the faculty who has performed outstanding in the counseling of students. Nominations are submitted by faculty, staff, and students, chosen entirely by the student membership of Phalanx. It is my privilege to present this year's David M. Darren Class of 1940 Counseling Award to Dr. Peter Persons, Professor of Physics. Professor Peter Persons, please come forward.
On behalf of the trustees of Rensselaer and a host of grateful students, I wish to express admiration and gratitude to our faculty who have served the university long and well, and during this past year have retired. Their names are listed in your program on page 10 under the Emeriti list. They have served our campus as inspiring teachers, creative scholars, able administrators, affectionate colleagues, and counselors. In appreciation, We record here the sentiments of students, alumni, faculty, and staff for their longtime service to Rensselaer. As they now enter upon a life of greater freedom, we salute them for their past achievements, and we will bind them to us with an honorable and enduring title. By virtue of the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon them the distinguished faculty title of Professor Emeritus. Will the following please rise and be recognized? Ramesh K. Durwan, Professor, School of Humanities and Social Sciences. Alan N. Greenwood, Professor, School of Engineering. Gilray L. Candle, Professor, School of Humanities and Social Sciences. J. Lawrence Katz, Professor, School of Engineering. Chun M. Lung, Professor, School of Science. And Edwin H. Rogers, Professor, School of Science.
Will the candidates for the doctor's degree please rise? Madam President, these advanced students have continued their graduate studies and research and have completed the requirements for their respective doctor's degrees as prescribed by the Graduate School and approved by the Board of Trustees. In addition to their studies, they have successfully passed different examinations and have presented and defended dissertations which make fundamental contributions to new knowledge in their fields. The faculty presents them to you at this time as candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and requests that you confer the appropriate degree upon each of them. These are the highest academic degrees which the faculty may recommend.
By virtue of the authority of the laws of the State of New York, on the recommendation of the faculty, and with the approval of the Board of Trustees, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute proudly admits each of you to the doctor's degree and invests you with the hood signifying this degree. Our heartiest congratulations and best wishes we extend for successful careers in your respective fields.
During their studies here, 38 students satisfactorily completed the advanced course in military, naval, or aerospace studies and received commissions as officers at commissioning exercises yesterday. Their names are listed on page 36 in the commencement program. Other students have distinguished themselves in scholarship or in research. In recognition of their accomplishments, they now receive awards established by alumni, families, and friends in tribute to notable names in Rensselaer's history. These awards are described in your commencement program beginning on page 33. Will those award recipients and commissioned officers please rise and stand, and let's join me in applauding them for their wonderful accomplishment as outstanding graduates. In addition to the departmental and research awards, several institute prizes are presented to members of the senior class for participation in campus life and for overall academic accomplishment. These awards are described in your commencement program on page 36. The Leopold L. Ballison Prize, which combines athletics and academics, goes to Megan Hathaway Highland and Elizabeth Pauline Zenser. The Willie Stanton Award for service to the student body is presented to Kareem Ibn Abdullah Muhammad and Matthew Warren Light. The Livingston W. Houston Citizenship Award to the first citizen of the college is awarded to David Joseph Perlman. The J. Eric Johnson Prize is awarded to the senior with the highest academic record. This year, 33 seniors completed their undergraduate studies with a perfect 4.0 grade point average. Before announcing the Johnson Prize winner, I would like to recognize the other 32 seniors who achieved this high standard. When I call your name, please stand. They are Zaira M. Ahmad, Zangita K. Babar, Khalid F. Chapra, Derek K. Dalrymple, Joel S. Davidson, Pierre A. Dufilli, David W. Fogg, Irina Furmaniska, Wesley M. Gifford, Hassan H. Golib, Andrew J. Gorski, Jeffrey L. Hooton, Ryan J. Hibsch, Megan H. Hyland, Nathan S. Carinth, Sarah C. Koch, Jack A. Letourneau, Kevin J. Mack, Michael C. Mazinski, Kristen L. Oft, Ivan D. Para, Elliot R. Ranger, Timothy J. Rappel, Andrew B. Rosenkrantz, Gabriel M. Tarr, Douglas K. Turner, Nicole R. Vigju, David J. Walker, Sarah R. Walker, Patricia A. Worster, Christopher J. Yarsovic, and Elizabeth P. Zenser. Please join me in a round of applause for all of these outstanding scholars. And now we invite to the stage the winner of the 2001 Johnson Prize, Paul Min Kwan True.
Will the candidates for the master's degrees please rise? Madam President, indicative of the breadth of study now prevalent at Rensselaer is the variety of degrees presented to this group in the fields of architecture, engineering, humanities and social sciences, management and business, and science. Madam President, the candidates standing have met the requirements of the graduate school and the faculty recommends them to you for the master's degree in their respective fields.
By virtue of the authority of the laws of the State of New York, on the recommendation of the faculty, and with the approval of the Board of Trustees, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute proudly admits each of you to the master's degree with all the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining. Congratulations and best wishes to you. I now present to you Ms. Shaylin Hales, President of the Class of 2001.
Four years later already, can you believe it? We've come a long way since we all entered RPI as freshmen in '97. We've had so many experiences, made so many friends, and grown into the successful graduates you see before you today. It hasn't been an easy 4 years, and I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge and thank those of you who have stood behind each of us through our years here at RPI. The faculty, staff, and administration with whom we've worked with on a daily basis, we thank you. Our families and friends who have supported us no matter what, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. In particular, I'd like to thank my own family for their constant encouragement. As we walk across the stage here today, we are saying goodbye to an era of our lives and saying a warm welcome to the next. Congratulations in all you have accomplished, and best of luck in all of your future accomplishments. I know that as we next gather at our 5-year reunion in 2006, that there will be many stories of greatness. Keep in touch, go forward with enthusiasm, and be happy in all you do. Congratulations.
I now would ask Jan Perrong, class of 1969, and president of the Rensselaer Alumni Association, to come forward and welcome the class of 2001 to the alumni ranks.
As president of the Rensselaer Alumni Association, I'd like to welcome all the graduates of the class of 2000 as members of our great association. Your alumni association represents the lifelong connection you will have with your alma mater, your classmates, with all of the friends you've made at Rensselaer. Today, as you receive the recognition for which you've labored so diligently, you will also receive a special gift from the Rensselaer Alumni Association to take to your new office or home. This solid cherry paperweight, laser engraved with the logo of the Hefner Alumni House, will serve as a reminder of your special days at Rensselaer and your lifelong affiliation with the over 70,000 other Rensselaer graduates around the world. On behalf of your fellow members of the Rensselaer Alumni Association, I wish you every success in the future. And to initiate the alumni class of 2001, Shaylin Hales will unveil the class banner. Congratulations.
Thank you, Shaylin. This banner will take its place among the long line of banners that represent the lineage. The positive attitude of the class of 2001 serves as a model of dedication to Rensselaer. You and your fellow graduates will be remembered by all of us and we are proud to welcome you to the family of Rensselaer's alumni.
Madam President, the candidates to be introduced have completed the academic requirements for the bachelor's degree as prescribed by the faculty and approved by the Board of Trustees. They have pursued studies in the departments of architecture, engineering, humanities and social sciences, management, and science. They will be presented by the deans of our 5 schools.
I would now like to ask Professor Alan Balfour, the Dean of the School of Architecture, to come forward.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degrees in architecture, mother of all the arts, please rise? Madam President, the candidates standing have completed the requirements of the university, and the faculty recommends them to you for the bachelor's degree in their respective fields of architecture.
By virtue of the authority of the laws of the State of New York, on the recommendation of the faculty, and with the approval of the Board of Trustees, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute proudly admits each of you to the bachelor's degree with all the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining. We congratulate you and extend our sincere best wishes. I now would like to ask Professor William A. Bazelak, Rensselaer class of 1978, the Dean of the School of Engineering, to come forward.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degrees in engineering please rise? Madam President, I have the honor to present the School of Engineering candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science. Madam President, the candidates standing have completed the requirements of the university, and the faculty recommends them to you for the bachelor's degree in their respective fields of engineering.
By virtue of the authority of the laws of the State of New York, on the recommendation of the faculty, and with the approval of the Board of Trustees, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute proudly admits each of you to the bachelor's degree with all the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining. We congratulate you and extend our sincere best wishes. I would now like to ask Professor Faye Duchin, the Dean of the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, to come forward.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degrees in the Humanities and Social Sciences please rise? Madam President, I have the honor to present the School of Humanities and Social Sciences candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree. Your education about people, society, the environment, art, ethics, with a strong grounding in technology, prepares you well to be leaders in the 21st century. Madam President, the candidates standing have completed all the requirements of the university, and the faculty recommends them to you for the bachelor's degrees in their respective areas of the humanities and social sciences.
By virtue of the authority of the laws of the State of New York, on the recommendation of the faculty and with the approval of the Board of Trustees, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute proudly admits each of you to the bachelor's degree with all the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining. We congratulate you and extend our sincere best wishes. I would now like to ask Professor James Napolitano, class of 1977, and Vice Provost of Information Technology, to come forward.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree in information technology please rise? Madam President, I have the honor to present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. Dear graduates, information technology is the blending of computer technology with human needs and pursuits. In other words, it is the application of computing to the common purposes of life. You embody the ideals of information technology in your degrees and areas of specialization, and you are the vanguard IT class from Rensselaer. Congratulations. Madam President, the candidates standing have completed the requirements of the university, and the faculty recommends them to you for the bachelor's degree in information technology.
By virtue of the authority of the laws of the State of New York, on the recommendation of the faculty and with the approval of the Board of Trustees, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute proudly admits each of you to the bachelor's degree with all the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining. We congratulate you and extend our sincere best wishes.
Bachelor of Science, Information Technology, Ryan Colasirdo. Jason Collins. Julie Conway. Sean Cox. Jacqueline Davis. Michael Foreman. Seth Foreman. Priye Buoro. Jerome Grandin. Fanny Gutierrez. Evan Heller. Joshua Hoffman. Casey Jones. Lydia Kim. Keith Lane. Earl Lee. Kevin Mack. Abdul Muta Ali Muhammad. Ivy Phillip. Chad Rabideau. Jonathan Sheldon. Kareem Susie Gerchair. Eric Stein. Lana Watkins.
I would now like to ask Professor Joseph G. Ecker, the Dean of the Lally School of Management and Technology, to come forward.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree in management please rise? Madam President, I have the honor to present these enthusiastic Lally School of Management and Technology graduates for the degree of Bachelor of Science. Madam President, the candidates standing have completed the requirements of the university, and the faculty recommends them to you for the bachelor's degree in their respective fields of management.
By virtue of the authority of the laws of the State of New York, on the recommendation of the faculty and with the approval of the Board of Trustees, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute proudly admits each of you to the bachelor's degree with all of the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining. We congratulate you and extend our sincere best wishes.
Bachelor of Science, Management, Jennifer Adams. Edward Albuquerque, Jr. Lindsay Axelson. Ali Baraglu. Brian Bellarium. Sergio Bensivenga. Adam Bergen. Patrick Blount. Brian Boswell. Rashid Bracey. Christopher Brennan. Brendan Callan. Thomas Kark. Matthew Kavanaugh. Bennett Chan. Khalid Chopra. Nicholas Childs. John Christopher. John Willem Clementi. Crystal Cleveland. Shannon Cole. Jason Consoli. Mike Cook. Janelle D'Ambrosio. Juliana Dart. Curtis Demers. Joseph DeCaro. Etend Dor. Tara Doyle. Sean Vievdrenin. Peter Dyro. Stephen Edwards. Christine Eichmeyer. James Elder. Elizabeth Eldridge. Tara Ellis. Kelly Flynn. Bryce Fortran. Erica Fritsch. Irina Furmanskaya. William Gamble. Matthew Goller. Richard Graham. Joseph Greco. Gina Getty. Sandra Guida. John Gula. Alan Habib. Richard Hamilton. Lashana Harris. Thomas Herishko. William Herman. Scott Hetherington. Kelly Hill. Jeremy Huneau. Robert Hurley. Nikia Johnson. Deborah Kim. Do Kyun Kim. Jessica King. Joshua Klein. Aman Lakani. Cheryl Large. Brian Lee, Justin Leonard, Andre Lombardi, Jeremy Lundgren, Clinton Ma, Leah Mackel, Peter Marfiotti, Anthony McCabe, Mara McCoy, Matthew McDonald, David McKean, Rodney McLean, Julia Meadows, Raymond Mendanila, Brian Moran, Heather Mose, Ryan Nass, John Normile, Amanda Newt, Patrick O'Donnell, Wilfredo Orinayan, Yao Wu Su, Jeremy Pano, Rishi Parikh, Michael Pawlowski, David Perlman, Andrew Stephen Peters, Jonathan Perron, Onofrio Perrotta, Gregory Plonish, Alexandra Profit, Christopher Quinto, Eric Reed, Carl Hatfield, Brian Skoglund, Kevin Toy, Adam Nikulich, Paul Rickert, Michael Robichaud, John Roach, Viray Arajam, Christian Rodriguez, Kara Salmon, Christian Souter, Denny Sajadi, Michael C., Summer Shandy, Stephen Shepard, David Smith, Champa San, Peter Staunton, Daniel Stevenson, Alex Struder, Megan Sullivan, Scott Tammy, Sonia Lise Torres, Brian Swartout, John Tedesco, Andrea Wadman, Kevin Welch, Brian Wick, Jamel Williams, Joseph Willis, Trevor Winder, Ken Verostro, Ethan Wivietsky, Salim Syed, Christopher Michael Swartz, Adam Wollicott, George Young,
I would now like to ask Professor Sandra Nerswicki Bauer, Dean of the School of Science, to come forward.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degrees in science please rise? Madam President, I have the honor to present the candidates of the School of Science for the Bachelor of Science degree. Madam President, the candidates standing have completed the requirements of the university, and the faculty recommends them to you for the bachelor's degree in their representative fields of science.
By virtue of the authority of the laws of the State of New York, on the recommendation of the faculty and with the approval of the Board of Trustees, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute proudly admits each of you to the bachelor's degree with all of the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining. We congratulate you and extend our sincere best wishes. Please join me in a round of applause for all the graduates. The Rensselaerics will now help us celebrate this wonderful occasion in honor of the class of 2001.
All we've learned at Rensselaer from all we've had to do. It started in our freshman year when we did not have a clue.
We knew about the hockey team, we heard about SO, and without a doubt, we soon found out about the ratio.
Well, we played in Fresh Olympics and we ate the commons food. Yes, we slept through every test despite the caffeine we consumed.
We'd come home every evening back to painted concrete walls, where we throw things at our roommates in those ancient freshman halls. Some may search for refuge,
Find solace as a Greek. We pledged ourselves, we rushed and hoped we'd make it through Hell Week.
then by lucky chance,
Or by begging for a grade or two.
we passed our freshman year.
But we were hardly through. There was IMEC, EMEC, Diffie, Q and Chem, MET, BTM, STS, IEA and MPS, lumps, cold, O-Chem, dirt, anal, P-Chem, complex chaos, they don't even pay us. Quantum, psych and chat, human facts, ocean crud, bio, IED, aeroelasticity, macro, micro, fluids and thermo, working in the lab all day. What else do we have to say?
Partial credit.
It's you, oh gods we serve.
We pray for salvation,
So that we may ride the curve. Mothers, fathers, the bookstore, the games room, the hole in the wall, and the rat. E-board, J-board, I pack, you pack, we all pack some matter of fact. The bursar, the registrar, CII, DCC, VCC, CDCC, and CC. But of all we've learned at Rensselaer, from all we've had to do, there's one thing that all sums it up,
and it's
in the following two. Square root, cube root, log of pi, disintegrate them RPI. That's
As we end this commencement, I have a simple message. First, to the families. I thank each of you for allowing Rensselaer the privilege of educating your children. And I know that your children thank you for supporting them throughout their careers here. And to you, the class of 2001, I have an equally simple message. Celebrate your gifts by using them to serve. Apply them to the common purposes of life. And persevere through whatever hindrance, obstacle, or problem you may face. Because if you do, if you persevere, you will be the leaders in all arenas that I know you can be. Godspeed. Now we have truly come to the end. Will you please rise and join in singing our alma mater? Please remain standing for the benediction, and please remain in your places until the academic procession leaves the hall. Thank you.
Here's to old RPI, her fame may never die. Here's to old Rensselaer, she stands today without a peer. Here's to those olden days, here's to those golden days, here's to the friends we've made at dear old RPI.
Bum, bum, bum.
Here's to old RPI, her fame may never die. Here's to old Rensselaer, she stands today without
Let us pray. Gracious and loving God, we offer thanks and praise for life and all of the many gifts you have given to us. Gifts of family and friends who mirror your tender care for us. Gifts of creativity and diligence in the pursuit of excellence, which has been mirrored for us in the lives of Rensselaer faculty, administration, and staff. As we go forth from this place, we acknowledge once again that our lives are in your hands. Help us to be aware of a world larger than ourselves and needs greater than our own. Help us to discern wisely the use of our intelligence, talents, and skills so that we might build a better world for ourselves and our children. May we be your partners in the eternal work of creation. Amen.